Yo guys, what's going on? Mental Rush here, and today I've got a video that I normally would not do, and it is a tutorial, so let's get right into it. The things that you're going to need are, first of all, black bars. You can just search widescreen bars, and you can download any that say transparent. That's going to be the key thing that we need in iMovie, and you can just right click save as to do that. And the next thing you're gonna need is a song. I like Radioactive because the beat is really clear and it's gonna be easy to edit because the beat stands out. It's not a complicated beat with like a lot of hi-hats and stuff. It's just really simple. And the last thing is, of course, your clip. And here's my clip. It's a 5-man on Nuketown. I've already used this clip in one of my one-clip edits. So yeah, it's a pretty good clip, and you're gonna want a cinematic. It's not essential, but it just makes your clips look a little bit better. Okay, so now that you know everything you need, you're gonna go up and go into iMovie, new project, and you're gonna click no theme, and you're gonna name it. I already created it, and I call it Sync In Tutorial. And what you're going to want to do is go in here, and you're going to just drag your stuff into there. And that is going to import. It might take a minute. And you're also going to import your black bars. They should be PNG, because that's what iMovie works with. And also just drag that in there. Alright. So once you got your stuff imported, and your song as well, what we're going to do is go to where you want the clip to start. So for me, go to where he's just running on the ground. Oh, you know what? We're going to make this a little bit easier on ourselves. Zoom that in a little bit. Alright. So he's on the ground right here. And now you're just going to want to drag to the end of your clip. I want to end it about right here, like right before I pull up the scoreboard, because you don't want that in your edit. Just drag that in there, and now you're gonna want to drag your song in there as well. Grab a good portion of it. Alright, so you got your song, you got your clip. You're gonna want to trim the ends, and you're gonna want to find your shot. For me, here, let me zoom in a little bit. Right here. I recommend to zoom all the way in, so all the way to the right. And you're going to want to find your clip. It just makes it easier to find your shots and stuff. So you're going to want to find your shot right here. You can see the audio right there, so we're just going to sync the drop. That's it. With the shot. Actually, right there. Alright, so that looks good. But I'm not just going to leave it at that. What I like to do is go to where he's zooming in, kind of like right here. And I like to slow that down. So let's just, about right there. We're going to click, and then we're going to right click. And that's going to split it. Now we're going to go to where we want to end the slow motion part. About right there is good. Now you want to click on it. Go up here to speed, the little dial, and you're gonna want to set this to 50. That's gonna look good. Alright, so it is not synced. Don't worry about that. We're gonna fix that. But I just like it because there's a little bit of a delay. So now what we want to do after that is speed it up. So as you can see, it's zooming out. I like to cut it right when the camera stops zooming out. A little bit after that. So like around here. Looks good. Just gonna click and right click, and that's gonna split it. And then you want to click on your clip. Go up here and speed that up to 200. Oh yeah, why am I not full screen? I'm sorry guys. That's gonna be like so annoying for you guys probably. Alright, let's see how it is. So that actually synced itself. But if it's not synced, like say it's just like this. So it's obviously not synced. You're gonna find the gunshot, which is right here. And you're gonna find your drop and just drag it in like we did before. Right there, looks good. Yeah, and just drag it up. Now, what I like to do is add a little fade in for my song, so you can just drag the dot, it'll be right there, and drag it in, maybe about half a second. Yeah, I like that. Alright, so now we're gonna get into the jump cutting. So that's how I like to sync the shot. Now we're gonna jump cut. So you're gonna want to grab your clip that's after the shot, and we're gonna slow this down to 50%. And so that looks pretty good. Now I zoom in right there, and I don't like that. I like zoom in again unnecessarily. So I'm just gonna split this to where I start turning. You guys don't have to do this. What you guys would do, here I'll demonstrate it. What you guys would do if you didn't do something stupid and like zoom in like that, you would just go to the next beat, which is right here. Click, right click, and then you're gonna have the clip right after the beat, and you're just gonna speed this up to 400%. And then you're going to want to go as close to the beginning of the clip as you can. Right there. I'll see right there. And it's going to say 0.1. And then after that, you're going to click on the clip behind it and set it to 100. Now, I'm not going to do this because I did something stupid. And I'm going to cut that part. Okay. So instead, I'm just gonna do this and cut to where I'm turning, which is right there. Alright, so that looks good. Now let's jump cut it, which is what I've been talking about. 400. Get close to it, split it, should be 0.1. And back to 100. So now it's gonna jump cut. So it looks pretty nice. Okay, so I am hard scoping. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to where he starts to be scoped in. Then we're gonna speed it up to where he shoots. So about right there, the audio's like kind of weird. We'll just go right there. And we're gonna speed this part up. 300. A little too sped up. Alright, a little still too sped up because we want this shot to be right there. Okay, we actually have to slow it down because we sped some stuff up before, that's why. Alright, so that's synced pretty nice. Yeah, maybe turn this up a little bit. Let's see how this is from the beginning. Alright, so that looks pretty good. So we're gonna do the same thing for the zooming out. Like always, go a little bit after. Click, right click, and we're just gonna slow this down to 50. Okay guys, one thing that I did forget, which I'm sorry about this, is the cinematic. It was right in front of my face the whole time, but I was just so focused on the jump cut that I totally forgot about it. So let's just edit this in real quick. Okay, so that's where it gets shot. Let's see where we want to end it. Okay, so the camera stops moving right there, so I'm going to end it right there. Let's see where we need to put this. Right after there. Alright. Actually, we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna cut right there. Delete this and drag this in. Okay, so we're gonna do the same jump cut principle, but this time instead of 400, we're gonna do 2,000. Because I record my cinematics really slow, and that's how you should do it. I'm gonna set the standard to 200%. Okay, what I like to do when you're just entering the cinematic is leave a little bit of space, because it's like a big change. It's like one frame you're right here, and then the next frame you're like, whoa, now it's a cinematic. So we're gonna do 2 seconds, and now we're gonna set this to 200, I guess. Yeah. No, that's too fast. Still, just the original. So now we're gonna go to the next beat, and we're gonna repeat it. We're not gonna go as fast this time. How about 1500? Yeah. Then leave a little bit. 100%. Okay, go right here. And we're just gonna do the exact same thing. You guessed it. Okay. For some reason, you can't split 0.2 of a second into a half. Anywhere I try it, it just won't work. So we're not gonna speed it up all the way. The smallest clip I can split is 0.3. So let's try this. Yeah, okay. I don't know why, but iMovie just does that. It's kind of weird. And we're gonna do the last cut, and we're gonna make it breathing in. That looks like rap. Never mind. Breathing in. Okay, so now you've got it synced, and we have to end it on a beat. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna split this. Copy. No. Yeah, we're gonna extend this. Copy it, and now we're gonna undo everything that we just did with Command Z. So I just copied it, but then I undid the thing where I cut it and stuff. So now we're gonna insert it right here, because I don't want it to just skip to a shot. And we can just cut this off. So now we've just inserted a cinematic into the edit. And guess what? I just realized I forgot another thing. Yep, you guessed it. And it's the black bars. So now you got your black bars in. I'm gonna zoom out and add it to the whole composition. Extend it a little bit. Alright, so now you got black bars, but they're a little bit too big. So what we're gonna do for that is we're gonna crop it, and this is kind of blindly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move it a little bit, and now it's gonna automatically center it for you. If you just kind of move it towards the center, it'll like show you where the center is. So now it made it a little bit smaller. Like before it was right there, now it's right there. If you want it even smaller, do that. Now it's gonna be like, oh, you can't even see it now. Okay, we're gonna make it a little bit bigger. Where's the center? There it is. So you can make them whatever size you want. I'm gonna make it right about there. That looks good. Waking up to action.
dust. I wipe my brow and I sweat my rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals.
Actually, I'm gonna want to end it on a beat. So it's gonna be right there. And now we're just gonna make it black. So how I do this, put in a text, and then delete the text. And now you can split your song. Make this however long you want. I'm just gonna leave it at 3.7 seconds. And just like in the beginning, gonna make it fade out. Just drag that little dot and put it right there. So I guess you can make it say, let's go, thanks for, oh my god, for watching. I'm cancer right now. Thanks for watching. I guess you could just do that. Okay, I don't like how it changes like that, so we're just gonna set this to 80. Change it to 90. So now it doesn't. So now the text isn't so big that it has to be in 2 lines, and that's nice. So yeah, that's the real end. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. If you liked this, be sure to comment if I should keep doing this, and I will see you guys in the next video.